This is the house of ithiel. Viewers all over the world, on the 26th of June 2024, the man of God, Prophet Favor Appiah, gave a prophetic word to the nations. This is volume 4 messages to the nation. The prophet said this message is for the nation of Uganda. This is the first start of that nation. Said, I saw the flag being rolled down. Means depreciating value, not only in that nation but outside the nation. The prophet went further to say, someone in that nation is going down. It's just the beginning of what is coming. Let us listen to what the prophet said and its fulfillment.
Nation of Uganda, this is the word of the Lord for you the second time in this channel. I saw the flag being rolled down. You know, when the flag is being torn down like this, and it's like as if in the realm of the spirit, I could understand what God was doing. I could see this means like depreciating values, not only in the nations alone, but in outside of the nation. Also, an important figure, a very valuable person in the country, they are going down. It will be both in the church and it will be both in the government. We take note, most especially the government section. Very important figure. So we should start praying.
Our next story is about Rebecca Cheptegei. She was a Ugandan Olympian. Last month, she took part in her first Olympics, and she could have had many more accolades. But last Sunday, that dream was snuffed out. She had an argument with her boyfriend. He poured petrol on her. He set her on fire. 4 days later, Rebecca succumbed to her injuries. It's a haunting realization. No matter how fast women run, the threat of violence always catches up. Rebecca trained her entire life to defy limits. She represented her country at the global stage. This isn't how her story should have ended. But it has. Like countless women across the globe who face domestic violence. Our next report takes a look at Rebecca's story.
Last month, Rebecca Cheptegei was at the Olympics. A marathon runner from Uganda, she was running for glory in Paris. Yet, just weeks later, her life has run out. Today, she died. 4 days ago, her boyfriend set her on fire. The incident took place last Sunday in Kenya. Reports suggest the couple was heard quarreling outside. The argument is said to be about their house, one that Rebecca owned. That's when her partner bought a container of petrol. He poured it on her, he set her on fire. Her daughter tried to come for her rescue, but the boyfriend kicked her away. Rebecca was then taken to a hospital. Her body was 80% burnt and her organs were failing. So, after 4 days, she succumbed to her injuries. Her boyfriend was arrested after the incident and he too is in the hospital after suffering burns. Rebecca began her career in 2010. She represented Uganda in many races. The Paris Games was her first Olympic experience. She took part in the marathon and finished 44th in the race. Uganda's sports minister called her death tragic. Authorities are investigating the circumstances of Rebecca's death. But this isn't the first such incident. Rebecca lived in Kenya's western town of Endebess. This was to be close to the training facilities. That makes her the third female athlete to be killed in Kenya since 2021. In 2021, record-breaking Kenyan runner Agnes Tirop was stabbed to death. She was just 25 years old. Her husband is on trial for the murder. Then again in 2022, Kenyan-born athlete Damaris Mutua was found dead in Iten. That makes Rebecca's death the third such case and shines a spotlight on what female athletes go through.
I can say we are still in shock and we are in pain, especially as athletes. And this thing happening in Kenya, this is the second time an athlete is being attacked. You remember the case of Agnes Tirop. Now it has come to Rebecca, so we are not happy.
We need to, as much as possible, to speak about gender-based violence and coach our people, talk to them, sensitize about the gender-based violence, and out of that probably we'll get a good society going forward.
These are women whose strides are larger than life. Yet they still can't outrun the shadows of violence. This isn't just about the loss of a talented athlete, it's also a chilling realization that even at the pinnacle of success, women remain vulnerable to violence. The stadiums may be full of crowds, the medals may glitter. Yet, behind closed doors, women face a reality that no gold medal can erase.
And Uganda's opposition leader Bobi Wine was reportedly shot by security agents in the country's capital of Kampala. This comes as Wine's party, the National Unity Platform, alleges that the attack is an assassination attempt. The pop star turned politician was shot on his left leg after authorities tried to stop Wine and his team from starting a procession that resulted in an altercation. Though police claim that the opposition leader tripped while entering his car, Wine's team alleged that he was shot. A probe has now been ordered into the incident to bring out the facts. A video went viral across social media showing Wine writhing in pain with a wound on his left calf. Local media facility, the NUP, slammed the act as cowardly and called it as another attempt on his life. Several opposition entities and human rights activists accused the current dispensation under President Yoweri Museveni of silencing the opposition, to which 79-year-old has denied these charges, of course. Following this, the U.S. State Department has expressed concerns over the attack on Tuesday, saying that the democratic space continues to shrink in Uganda. 42-year-old Bobi Wine rose to prominence after finishing second in the 2021 presidential election, behind Museveni, who has been ruling the East African nation for almost 40 years.
You can see how far the eyes of Jesus Christ can reach. Yes, even in our situations. This is to remind us that Jesus Christ sees it and He is concerned about it, to grant us solutions to our problems. Do not forget, this channel is all about Jesus Christ. Keep watching God Voice TV for the salvation of souls.